So hello and welcome to all of you who picked group number 1 or May predictions for group number 1. So this month you guys have been really asking a lot for predictions. Today is actually May 1st. So if you are looking to get some predictions, this is the video for you pretty much for just the month of May we're going to be focusing on. So if you did choose group number 1, this is going to be specifically for the month of May. It can cover career, love, finances, social implications, things like that. So we're going to start off the video and kind of get into it. What we did was I chose some of the magical oracle cards, magic in May. So we kind of had that theme going here. I also did pick a magical message card for this month, kind of just to give you that main message. We do have some heart oracle cards kind of to see what's going on there. We have sort of a cause and effect thing happening here, you guys, so we can take a look at that. And then of course we do have the tarot cards below. So we will get started mostly for group number 1. Now I did want to let you guys know when I was pulling the cards for group number 1, I was really thinking a lot about rebirth. And mostly for you guys, the whole death and rebirth thing. So maybe there's some things coming out for that. I just had a strong sense of that. So we'll start and we will look at the first oracle card. So we have organization. So purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me so easily. So this can be kind of two-folded a little bit, you guys. Maybe you guys are in a mode for group number 1. For May, it's really about organizing yourself, cleaning out some of those old, almost emotional feelings, but also old things that are in your life. So again, that whole thing about rebirth that's really coming to me strongly with this one group can be about that. It's about you organizing, cleaning, cleansing a lot of what doesn't work for you anymore. If you guys are in a house, I'm looking at a lot at spring cleaning. I'm kind of sensing that from spirit a lot. So if you guys are into the whole spring cleaning thing, that can be a great thing too. You might be planning a summer trip this year, or you might also be trying to plan for future outcomes towards the end of the year. So that organization in May, you guys, I don't know if you guys are Tauruses who came to this conclusion for group number 1, but if you did choose group number 1 and you are Tauruses, this is going to really affect you this month of organizing, planning, making sure that your plans are matching up to what your goals are, that type of thing. So I can really sense that that's very strong for most of you for this month. So again, with the organization. The other thing about this is that if you guys will notice, organization's kind of spelled a little bit differently in this, and what this basically means is this is not an actual organization that you belong to. It's just you organizing. So just kind of think of it that way. This doesn't have to do specifically with a group, a career, that type of thing. It's specifically for yourself to organize and to plan out your life. I'm getting a lot about dream boards too. If you guys are like goal orientated for group number 1 and you're trying to set some goals, maybe the month of May would be able to kind of afford you that time to get organized and to set certain goals if that is what you're looking to do. So kind of just think about that also for the month of May. We also have imagination. So imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. So if you guys have kind of been also planning and organizing a lot having to do with your own life, but if you're imagining a different situation, so I'm going to say this for group number 1, for May, it's all about organizing. It's all about creating. It's all about kind of visualizing the goals and the dreams that you have, group number 1, and then kind of putting them into focus, putting them into practice. So how do you do that? You can outline, you can do the dream boards or the vision boards. You can kind of look at, okay, What do I need to make this be a possibility? Now, I will say this too. You guys can be creators. You can be poets, writers, business-orientated people. Perhaps you're a lot of DIYers and you just kind of want to kind of maybe start your own business, like do some projects around the house, that type of thing. So using any type of project that kind of sets your imagination out there and gets you to be a little bit freer is also good for the month of May, but that organization's going to be key if you guys are going to stretch the imagination a little bit. So that's also good to note too. And then moving forward, if you do have a goal, a dream, a pursuit for the month of May, write it down, put it into an intention, kind of put it out there, and then move forward with imagining, how is this going to work? How am I going to implement it? It can be anything, you guys. This is a general reading. It can be a trip, a business venture, a situation where you want to maybe get a small shop going, or maybe kind of sell some goods that you've been making over the winter, that type of thing. Or if you do want to just get out there and be more creative with writing, painting, that sort of thing, it can mean either of those. So we also have psychic protection. So around me now is shield of gold protecting me strong and bold. So here's the thing, when I was thinking a lot about rebirth for this group number one, I was really strongly thinking about a rebirth when it came to spirit, not necessarily material, because I think you guys have a lot of material in group number one. I think it's more so you trying to implement which road you want to go down. The biggest thing that I'm getting from spirit from group number one is the fact that you guys have already been through so much in the past few years that you guys are really looking to start your own thing, go against the group, go against what everyone else is kind of doing, and create your own reality. You guys really just want to create that own reality so that you can either start your own business, get involved with someone else who has their own business. Like, the whole thing that I'm getting is that the rebirth for you guys is so important in the sense that you need to utilize what is psychically within you, what is inside of yourself, those traits that you need in order to kind of focus really hard on the month of May of organizing and using your imagination to kind of get yourself to a better place psychically and more so in tunely. So May is really going to be that month. The other thing I'm going to suggest is that you guys are going to be kind of stretching yourselves thin a lot this month. So if you are that whole psychic protection, that barrier, that kind of getting away from the negative energy will really help you guys as far as the month of May is concerned to not only reach your goals, but to reach them in an effective type of way. So that psychic protection, if you guys are meditating, if you're using anything like that, group number one, that psychic protection is really going to help you to kind of clear your mind, know what you want out of the situation, what are your goals, what are your feelings, and kind of move forward from there, just so that you're in better protection and in better awareness of what you do want in order to move forward. So because we have all of these are kind of going to be an effect to that. So these are a cause of what's going on in the month of May. These are going to be effects of what will happen if you do decide to organize and to kind of move forward. So this is a good interpretation of that. So we have telepathic communication, ancient knowledge. So what's interesting about this, you guys, is I'm getting a lot about psychic protection, telepathic communication. So there's a couple things happening here. So the first road that we're going to go down is the whole organization road. So this not only means that you are clearing up a lot of things in your own life that could be personally, emotionally, and mentally, but you're also organizing things spiritually. You are really starting to focus on kind of what is important to you and having that knowledge from spirit kind of come through to you. So you are just telepathically connected to spirit, to the world. I mean, we do have the birds here, so we think of birds of a feather flocking together. Spirit just wanted me to know that. So if you do have other people in an organization who you're looking at, or if you're looking to organize yourself, there are others that you are tapping into who kind of do want the same thing as yourself. And you are getting this ancient knowledge in May of starting something different. You guys are going to be those people, I should say, who go against the grain. And the other thing is that this type of organizing that you're doing within your own life is going to spark other people to want to do the same thing. They're going to look to you as a leader, you guys. Group number one, I'm sensing that strongly from Spirit, that they're going to look to you to get involved in what you're doing. So the only thing that comes to mind really strongly with this is if you are starting your own business, if you are starting a social media platform, people are really going to want to, almost like those birds flocking, because we've had that a lot, they're going to want to flock to you in some type of way because of what you're doing in the month of May, because of the dreams that you're imagining, because of what you're planning out. Others are just going to kind of flock to it in some type of way, shape, or form. And you telepathically know, instinctively, group number one, what people want. You know specifically what people need right now in these times, be it emotionally, mentally, physically. This group really kind of has that sense of what people are needing right now, what is happening right now, that whole psychic protection that you seem to have. So this group is very, very much in tune. And what you want, group number one, is to spread that to others and to move that forward to others, which is why I said that people will flock to your ability because you have that organizing, you have that imagination, and you might even get people, if you started your own business, if you're working in a business, you might get people wanting you to move up in that business, wanting you to create different things for that business, or creating different things in your work environment. And people are just going to flock to that because it's the thing that they need at this time. Okay, so time wave, being in the present moment. So for this imagination, we can call this a little bit of one of two things. We have, the eye, that whole situation, the otters, which very much a water sign, very much that whole thing, the dragonfly, also very spiritual. But we have this whole thing about being in the present moment, imagining in the present moment, what could your job be? What could your situation be? What could really change for you in the present moment? So for the month of May, group number one, really kind of focus and hone in on not only the organizing, but also the imagining of what could be happening in this present moment. So for example, if you do have to make a decision about a career, a job, you work in a job, if you're trying to get a group together or organizing something in some type of way. So the thing is that you can really kind of hone into the present moment. What can you do at this time that's going to shape this for months and months? So really hone in on the month of May, group number one, what you can do in the present moment to make that dream, imagining, whatever that is, that creative pursuit, to move it forward and kind of just focus. Even if you have to focus day by day for 30 minutes, focus on what you can do within those 30 minutes to kind of make that be a reality. So you're really going to want to focus in the month of May on the present. So we have twin energies or twin flame energies, reconciliatory union, strengthen your commitments. Okay, so a couple different things here, which I'm noticing a little bit of. We got a lot of the birds happening here, okay, a lot of air energy. So if you're an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, we have a lot of the bird situation happening here. We also have the dragonflies, which is highly, highly spiritual, you guys. So clearly you are getting some type of messages from spirit in some type of way. Psychically, there is that death and rebirth also with the dragonfly, which I was sensing very strongly before, and I'm sensing it now. You have the two same birds, the different types of birds. You have this two of the same connecting. Here's the thing that's happening here, group number one, is that this can be one of two things. This can be a twin energy that you are going to reconcile with. So this can be about a love attachment, but it can also be about a friendship, coworker, someone that you have not known for a while at this point, that you will reconnect with them. And this is going to strengthen your commitment. So the other thing I'm also sensing very strongly from Spirit with this is that while you're busy organizing and imagining, people are flocking to this idea that you have, that twin energy is ever present. So there could be two things that you would have to do with this group. Number one, you would have to psychically protect yourself from this reconnection in a way that makes sure that you are protected and that you are sound before you do enter in again to this union. But also too, it's going to show you that you're going to reunite people in some type of way, or reunite people in a way that's going to connect them further. So you might also be this twin flame energy for many other different people who you surround yourself with, and you are going to kind of match up or be that match for people internally, mentally, emotionally. People are looking for commitment from you. They're looking for you to strengthen what they're having and kind of meeting that up. I really sense from you guys that you guys are leaders, group number one. So there are going to be others who are looking for a commitment from you to be that leader, to organize, to imagine, to kind of move people in a different type of state of mind from where they're already at. Now, with the twin flame situation, this can also mean that you yourself are going to meet your twin flame in May, or meet someone who kind of shares the same ideals and pursuits as you do. So that type of thing, you could also be meeting that person in the month of May who's going to move that forward to you. But I really, really sense from Spirit that you guys are going to be the ones connecting others instead of others being connected to you. And people are just going to sense it from you in the month of May. They're going to sense your ideas, your passion, your feelings, and then they're going to want to pursue that with you. So let's take a look at some tarot and kind of see, really hone in on what specific areas this is happening in, or what is going on for the organization. And for the telepathic communication, we have the Ace of Cups, which is not a surprise, meaning that there is some type of new beginning emotionally for you. And the thing is I feel like also too, you are at that point where you are being called, group number one, from Spirit to kind of move that forward, move that emotion forward. But also it's explaining too that with that Ace of Cups energy, you are going to be kind of organizing this new idea in May that's really going to change for the rest of the year. Emotionally, you are going to emotionally change, but also too, you are going to get others to follow you and be more emotionally independent. And also I'm sensing really strongly that you guys are going to do that emotionally. You're going to reach out emotionally to others who will follow you in this whole organizing plan of planning, efficiency, purpose. You are going to find your deeper purpose, group number one, in the month of May. We have the King of Wands. I'm not surprised by this because we have that fire energy, that creative energy. So something that you guys have been thinking about, group number one, for a while is going to really nag at you in the month of May. It's going to manifest itself. I don't even care if this whole group is creative, if you guys are writers, poets, painters, you DIYers, musicians, whomever, whatever you are, whatever you came to this group knowing, you are going to master in some type of way the creative. So master what you can reach. You're going to be at the top of the top. The King of Wands is in full control of creative pursuits, is in full control of actually getting to where they want or getting what they want. So that is a very, very strong sort of feeling from this group, that when you start to organize and when you start to kind of give your ideas out, you're going to be that leader, that fire energy, that type of energy. You're going to be that leader that people want to follow. Now, here's the other thing. You can be in a career right now. You're going to think about moving up in the month of May. You're going to want to kind of extend yourself a little bit in the month of May to kind of reaching these ideals that you had so long ago, but now you want want to make these ideals a reality. So if you want to look for a different job, move up in the state that you're in, move to something else, do your own business or work your own situation, you're going to want to do that in the month of May. Again, the Queen of Wands, we have a lot of Wands energy here. So we not only have the King on this spectrum for the organizing, we have the Queen here under imagination. So again, that fire energy, that creative energy that you are going to pursue this. You are going to have both the balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine in the month of May to move your purpose forward. We have the Knight of Wands. Very, very strange, you guys. A lot of Wands energy, a lot of creative energy. So you kind of go into a succession here a little bit, and we're kind of going to see what these cards are, but you go into a succession. So you start as the Knight of Wands, kind of a little bit unsure of yourself in this whole imagination era, which is why in the month of May, you guys might want to focus on being in that present moment, kind of see which creative pursuits do you want to attack to their fullest to get to that kind of Queen of Wands energy, that kind of emotional fulfillment energy. And imagination's just going to go wild with you guys in May. I really, really sense that. I really sense that you are just going to want to get out of your shell, have others lead with you. So just kind of focus on that present moment. Then you will get to the King of Wands stage, which I think is already happening with that organizing, and then that new beginning emotionally. So with the twin flame connections, we have the Page of Wands, which is a clear indication that there is going to be some type of message. Someone is going to come in with you. Someone is going to kind of, how do I say this, move you in a different direction than where you're at right now. So you will receive this message that's kind of going to go backwards a little bit. When you are psychically protecting yourself and when you are opening up to spirit, you are going to get the twin flame energies. You're going to, spirit's showing me almost like a match game, like you're going to be matching up those different ideas, and it's just going to start clicking with you, group number one. It's going to start clicking to the point that you see it. Then you move forward and you're a little hesitant because you're not sure how this is going to work. You're imagining a different situation. You become more empowered in the present moment in May, and then you move forward to just organizing this whole thing that you may think right now is impossible. But Spirit's letting me know it is not impossible. We have the 10 of, I call these like the 10 of, this would be like the 10 of Pentacles, you guys. So the 10 of Pentacles, see, I kind of feel like this whole thought process of what you guys have for either a business, a career, where your life is at, you have the ability, that protection, that ability to get to the 10 of Pentacles state, to have everything that you've ever dreamed of and make those twin flame, make those connections for other people and for yourself. But the thing is, you have to wait to get that message. If you open up a little bit more to spirit and you protect yourself and you protect your own interests, don't kind of let yourself go so much and protect yourself, the answers will come to you. Those messages will come to you that will put you on this journey to get to the Ace of Cups, to get to that brand new beginning emotionally. But people are going to want to follow you, group number one. With this 10 of Pentacles energy, you guys radiate wealth, abundance, manifesting. So people are going to want some of that also too. But in May, you're going to really be taken on this journey from where you think you are now, and this is going to kind of catapult you forward till the whole entire year. You guys, we just came from Aries energy. So this is willpower, what you think you know about. Okay, perfect example of what I'm talking about. So what you think you know about it, but what really is actually going to happen. Do it your own way, and energies to meet the challenge of your desires, your imaginations regarding of and resulting from the honesty and strength of. So if you guys are Aries people, this might have resonated with you. We just came from Aries season. So I have a feeling, group number one, that this idea that you had, this spark that you had, is going to carry you into May. And it's all about what you think you know now and what is going to transpire throughout the rest of the year. And I have a feeling that this is really in a business, a leadership role, something that you're not sure about now, but if you do it your own way, and if you kind of imagine a different situation for yourself in the month of May, you can get others to follow you, group number one. You can get others to a point where they want to creatively pursue with you. You can find your twin flame energy in this situation. You can move forward if you focus in the month of May on what you want, organizing, getting it together, the psychic protections. If you really, really focus, that message will come. You will have that twin flame message, that energy that just clicks with you to kind of move you on this journey. So I'm not surprised about that Aries energy, that fiery, powerful energy, that manifesting. So when you guys had this in the month of April, you're spot on now in Taurus season, because we're moving forward from Aries season. So this is really going to culminate or start you on this path in May. So the magical message that we have is breaking bad habits. Okay, so this kind of had to do with being in that present moment, self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. Okay, so let me just explain this to you guys. You guys are in the process of organizing your lives. You're in the process, group number one, of moving forward in May. You have to break these bad habits, these vices that just keep kind of sneaking in on you almost, and kind of, this message is really going to affirm it for you guys. This message is going to kind of move you into just not thinking about the material and more so thinking about your creative pursuits, your own personal psychic connections, your internal feelings. But you have to break these bad habits. I feel like you guys, group number one, have that voice in your head, kind of like, that tells you that you can't do something, that tells you, oh, you might as well just stay where you're at, because what's the point of moving forward? What is the point? You're happy with where you're at. But that is not the truth. That's not what spirit wants you to know, and that's not what you truly feel. So get rid of those vices, get rid of that bad voice in your head, start to turn around and kind of evoke positive energy in the month of May, and you guys will move forward. But you have to get rid of the stuff that is not serving you, which could be part of your organizing process. In order to move past this, you need to get rid of those negative energies. That could be in a job, that could be in a relationship, that can be, this whole reconciliation thing. Maybe you're mostly reconciling with yourself instead of a loved one who doesn't care for you, or something that you thought was going to happen, but now it isn't. You kind of have to get rid of those vices that are keeping you in the same state that you're in. So that is really going to be your wake-up call in May, group number one. You're really, really going to start to feel that. So I really hope that this reading did help you guys, group number one, for the month of May predictions. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. It does help my channel to grow a little bit and also know kind of what you guys are into. And as always, please comment down below. But I hope to see you soon.